Hey guys, Otto from Everything Amiibo here with two brand new cards from Bandit Ring that are actually going to be really important.
Hello and welcome to
Everything.
Amiibo.
So as you can see guys, one of the new cards here revealed, pretty obvious, is this Sableye, and the next one, slightly less obvious, is called Bad Energy. Now we'll get to that in a second, but first a little background history on this energy, and we're doing the energy first and we'll do Sableye second. So every single special energy since XY base set, every single energy, has gotten its own special energy. We haven't gotten to all of them, but it's clear that that's one of their aims here in the XY set, is to give every single energy type a special energy that aids them, those certain types of decks in a certain way. So far we've gotten lots of them. The ones we don't have are lightning energy, special energy, water energy, special energy, and a darkness energy, special energy. And here we finally got it, only leaving two left, which makes me think rather there might be two XY sets left. We'll see what happens. But yeah, on to this bad energy. First things first, the bad energy, that's a horrible name. That's a really bad name, if you pardon the pun. I think it's going to be changed to something like evil energy. It can't be dark energy because it's already dark. Like, I don't know. Repellent energy, just because of its effect. But anyway, I have a feeling bad energy is just a direct translation that'll get changed, because often the stuff gets changed. For example, the title of the set never stays the same. But anyway, let's get on to what it actually does. I'll read the official description and then walk you through it. This card can only be attached to a darkness Pokemon. If this card is attached to anything other than a darkness Pokemon, discard it. While in play, this card provides one darkness energy. So basically, that confirms it's the exact same. It's in the exact same line as all the rest of the special energies for each type. So it's definitely a continuation of that idea. And then the actual effect: when this Pokemon card is attached to your active Pokemon and it is damaged by an opponent Pokemon EX's attack, put 2 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon EX. So, it's Rocky Helmet, but only to EXs, which, in my opinion, is a little bit disappointing. It actually seems to be that, if anything, this card is actually going to put people off of making more darkness-featured decks. It's definitely going to power up some, Yveltal Darkrai decks and stuff, but it's just, it's not that crazy useful in the first place to have a 20 damage, and the fact that it's only Pokemon EX is a bit iffy. If you compare it to the completely overpowered strong energy, which would be beneficial in every single fighting deck, it's just rather lackluster, and it's kind of the opposite to strong energy in the way that fighting is super effective against dark. So for example, if you had a strong energy on your Metacam and you had a darkness energy on your Yveltal, trying to not get hit by, or trying to take less from Metacam, the darkness energy, first of all, won't work at all, because Metacam's not even an EX, and Metacam is the main user of those plus 20s right now, Metacam and Landorus. And even if it did work, the plus 20 from the strong energy is going to override it. So it's not that powerful in my opinion, but it'll probably be seen in every single darkness-only deck like Yveltal Darkrai, or maybe just decks that employ an Yveltal randomly. So that's about everything for that. I can't think of any crazy strategies that can be used with that, but I know it'll be used in loads of decks. But here we have the next card, Sableye, and you guys, unless you can read Japanese, still don't know what that does, so I'll read the official description here. So, it is a base Pokemon, 70 HP. I'm sure you gathered that already. Its first attack is called Captivating Eye. It takes 1 Darkness Energy, and it says, choose a supporter card in your opponent's discard pile and use its effect as the effect of this attack. That is really interesting. Wow. So, who was it? Pokemon Professor K. I always call him that. What is their channel called? Pokemon Evolutionaries. There we go. We're talking about the ban of Lysander's trump card, and they were thinking this card might actually have something to do with it, whereby you could continuously use Lysander's trump card as many times as you want, as long as your opponent has it in their discard pile. because Lysander's trump card doesn't shuffle itself back in. So you can just keep trumping as long as you have a Sableye out, or, you know, Ultra Ball first, Sableye and trump. But you can also now, so that aside, not speaking about trump cards anymore, you can actually use this attack to play 2 supporters per turn. I have a feeling the ruling is going to absolutely allow that. It does say, choose a supporter card in your opponent's blah blah blah, and use its effect as the effect of this attack, which means you're not using a second supporter card, you're using an attack. So you can ignore the fact that the supporter card says only use 1 supporter card per turn. So you could do crazy combinations, like you could heal twice with Nurse Joy, or Pokemon, whatever she's called. You could Lysander twice, not Lysander twice, that's useless. I mean Sycamore twice. You could say Shauna your hand in, get your hand, spend all but 1 or all of your hand, and then finish off with a Sycamore from your Sableye here. So some really, really interesting things you could do. There's so much more potential. You could Wally twice and evolve into a stage 2 in a second. If they happen to have a Wally in their discard pile, there's a lot you could do. And now his second attack, obviously nowhere near as big as that, or he would be a must-play in every deck. Silent Placement, put 3 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. Now, if this was put 3 damage counters on any of your opponent's Pokemon, then Sableye would be something people would be making decks around, because that would be crazy powerful. To be able to choose between both of those good attacks, and for only 1 and 2 damage each. But even so, with just this, he's going to be amazing. Now, you can also see he's got 0 resistance and 0, whatchamacallit, weakness, which is hit and miss for dark types. A lot of the time, a minus 20 resistance from fighting could really, really help you out when Metacam and Donphan are adding up those plus 20s, or a minus 20 from Psychic type could also really help you out with Night March, adding up those plus 20s. And weakness, though, this is probably a good thing. You really don't want to get knocked out by those fighting types, and very often it's easy to counter a dark type deck because they're very often weak to fighting times 2 weak. That's scary stuff. So overall, it's kind of hit and miss. But I guess they're going to kill you in one shot anyway, so weakness doesn't matter too much, so I guess it's mostly a miss that he doesn't have a nice resistance there. He has a 1 retreat cost, which I think is the perfect amount. Having free retreat would just make him completely overpowered, and this 1 retreat cost means if you just want to use him to use that supporter ability and then take him out next turn, perfect. Attach 1 normal darkness energy on him, use the attack, next turn, retreat with that energy. It makes sense, it's fair. So I think this will get added into something like Yveltal decks, and I think we'll see some really weird budget decks made out of it. We'll see what happens. I'm really excited for this new set. There's a lot of crazy cards being revealed. I'm actually especially excited for the next set after this, which is supposed to be even crazier, but we'll see about that later. Might even make a video about that. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video about Sableye and the new bad energy, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to Everything Amiibo for more Pokemon TCG news like this, and for more Nintendo toys and games. I'll see you guys later.